All right, good morning. God bless each and every one of you guys. It is Turned Up Tuesday. It is Tuesday, January the 25th, 2022, 12 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team and Senny J. Barbi Cologne, where you get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. The chat room is wide open. Good morning, guys. God bless you guys. Come on in. Let's have a great show today. Or you can call in. The number's 570-982-6950. Broadcasting live, iHeartRadio, radio.com. Thank you guys over there. We appreciate you so much. ShawnHarveyMorningShow.com. Special shout out to 108 Soul, New York City. Thank you so much for you guys over there. You could Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. We're an easy show to find. God bless each and every one of you. On YouTube this morning as well. Go to YouTube page and type in the Shawn Harvey Morning Show and subscribe to the place. Thank you. Instagram, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show as well. And also on Facebook, join us on our business page, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team business page. Like the page and you get notified. God bless you. Just like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. We have a group, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team group. Please invite yourself to the group. Almost 4,000, 5,000 members. We appreciate you for that. This is the only place where you will receive this morning love. If you have a deficit of it, welcome to the show. We're going to show you some love for the next 2 hours. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. God bless. Senny J on a Turned Up Tuesday. God bless you. Good to see you, Senny J. Good morning. And how are you?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great.
Right.
Good morning to everyone listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this Turned Up Tuesday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know what's going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. So stick around for that. Good morning, Barbi.
Good morning, Senny. Good morning, Shawn. Good morning, everyone. Here in Bethlehem, where we broadcast live to you from, right now it is 29 degrees. Today's high is going to be 36 and partly cloudy. 28 in Stroudsburg, 35 for the high. Partly cloudy, but it's going to be clear by noon today. We should get some sunshine. In Newark, New Jersey, 33 degrees, cloudy, and 43 for the high. In New York City, it is 35 right now. Today's high is going to be 42 and partly cloudy. 46 in Atlanta, cloudy, and 58 will be the high. In Miami, it is 57 degrees. 73 will be the high today and clear. In Chicago, it is a blistering 8 degrees. And the high will just be 13, so bundle up. And it's going to be clear. In Los Angeles, 49 degrees, 69 for the high and fair. 27 in Louisville, 31 for the high. Cloudy this morning, but it should be clear by noon, and the rest of the day should be pleasant. In Rochester, it is 23 degrees, and the high will be just 24. There's going to be some light snow with no major accumulation this morning, but it's going to stop by 9 a.m., and the rest of the day should be clear. And our new area is New Liberia, Louisiana, where right now it is 44 degrees. 48 will be the high and clear. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it looking like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started right.
Get your morning started right. Special welcome to realmusic.net. We appreciate you guys down there in the New Orleans area. God bless you. We have the morning buzz, guys. Is one thing we can guarantee on this show each and every morning. Your head will be buzzing before 9 a.m. So, get your beverage ready, sit back, relax, and let's discuss the morning buzz. So you don't want to miss that. Senny, what else you got?
We're also going to have front page news with Senny J, where I will let you know what's going on locally, nationally, and globally. So stick around for that.
Yes, and we will have some Harvey House of Sports. You guys stay tuned.
Okay, so don't go nowhere, guys. When we come back, we're going to shout out the room. Where's the heart's at in the chat room. We can't do this show without you guys. So please gather into the chat room. Please like and share the show. Get your folks involved so we can shout y'all out in the next break. So we appreciate that. And special shout out to everybody behind the scenes, Young and Nut, my man Roman. Crystal Rooney, thank you so much, guys. I'm going to cut the camera on. Give me 1 second. I know it's people on the camera. I'm going to cut the camera on. Give me 1 second.
We can't see y'all.
We'll take a break. We have Angel Ray calling in.
Yay.
Foundation. She's going to talk about, give us information about multiple sclerosis. So she's going to call in about 7:31 when we take our break. So we appreciate that. Senny, check us out. Just before we take a quick break, I just want to pick your brain over there a little bit. A simple question, but you know me. Simple questions and maybe have a complicated answer. I don't know. Question is, and everybody feel free. Senny, if if you're separated, right? If you're separated from a relationship, can you still date? If you're separated, can you still date? Meaning maybe if you're married or in a long-term relationship, even girlfriend or boyfriend. I know that, Senny, that there's an imaginary line that we draw in the sand when you're in a relationship with someone, and maybe we have that conversation. Hey, are we still gonna date? Do we start dating? I don't know if you even get to that point in a relationship or with an ex to have that conversation, Barbi. Because a lot of times, especially with us men, we'll say things like, yo, no, women will always ask men, because I was asked this question in one of my 78 breakups, Senny. Mm-hmm. This chick said to me, if I start dating, will you kill me? What? I said no. if you no, you know why? Because
trauma.
You know why?
Right.
Because
she has some serious trauma.
Well, not only that, I just think that a lot of men, and I'm gonna throw it back to us before we take our breaks here. A lot of men, I believe, put a sense of entitlement and rules in an imaginary line, and that's what men do. So the women do the same thing, but I think men do it more. Men put up this imaginary line to kind of say, nah, nah, you even though we're not together no more, you can't date. And let's not even throw in the kids with that, because then that brings a whole nother dynamic. But my question to you, Senny J, is this. And good morning, everybody. God bless. Senny, when you separated from your relationship back in the day.
It wasn't what do you mean? We weren't separated. We were. I think that pertains to, you mean marriage?
Yeah, we're gonna get to
you guys are going through a divorce.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that
separation.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the marriage part. We say that for
if
last.
It's a boyfriend and girlfriend, we broke up.
I mean, because technically, you really not.
What's a separation?
No,
with a boyfriend and girlfriend.
You're not really,
again.
You can really only say separated if you are married.
I wish you guys would just listen. I wish you would just listen to me.
Well, say the question, Shawn.
I said the question. What I'm saying.
Okay, say it right.
Excuse me. I'm saying that there's an imaginary line, but it doesn't matter if you're married, single. Men put up this imaginary line regardless of the relationship status. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wives, fiance.
Like when
men
they be
put
like,
up a
it's always mine.
Yes, that's what I feel. Well, listen to me. I don't know which way I can say this. I'm said it as soon as I started talking.
What, being possessive over my body?
There is an imaginary line. And ladies in the chat room or men, put a number 1 if you ever been through this, where you know that you broke up with this man or woman, Senny J, but you know damn well you scared to death to go on a date.
Yeah.
I don't care if you married or not. This is what I'm saying. You scared to death to go on a regular date with somebody new.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't.
My question to you is, hey, listen, I was in one of my 78 relationships. Hell yeah, I was messing with this chick. We broke up. I was scared to go on a date with another chick because I knew this woman was crazy. But was that imaginary line that this woman put up on me?
Drama.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter. I mean, we can get to that part where, yes, separation with divorce, and maybe divorce will finalize it, and maybe you go on a date. But I think women,
that's separation.
But so I think women and men who are legally married and separate, they don't wait to get a final divorce to start dating.
Sure don't.
Okay, there you go.
So the answer right there.
So that's the answer.
But my whole thing is, do we have this sense of entitlement to put this imaginary...
Yeah.
Do we have this sense of entitlement to put this imaginary line in the sand to prevent our ex from going out there dating?
No, I did not do all of that. If you are separated... okay, let me say this. If you know there's a chance for you two to get back together, I don't think you should start something new, because then it gets really complicated and get messy. And you bring somebody else into a situation where it could be drama. But if you know there's no chance of y'all two getting back, by all means, do you. Do you.
Right.
But don't be messy.
That's what people want to do.
Now,
Right.
They want to have their cake and eat it too.
yeah, but you could throw women in there too.
That's why I said y'all.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
I'm
could
talking about everybody, not just
do
men.
it. Men do it more, but there are women in these streets out here with the drama as well.
Y'all do it 99%. We just
And then, especially when the kids are involved, what do you do? And when you have that conversation, because a lot of men have it, they say things like this. Yeah, go ahead. I know we're Overwood. Go on out there and date. Do you, boo?
They don't really want you to
Do
it.
you, boo? I mean, I'm for
say
sure you
that.
heard this. You heard this conversation before from men.
Yeah, well, men say
I
that.
might
They
have
really
even
want you
had
to do
that conversation once or twice in my 78 relationships.
Sean, turn the camera on.
I said this. I said, let me tell you something right now. Go on out there and do you, boo. Do you. You deserve it. And then when I saw the new dude, it broke my heart.
That's why I just said they don't really mean it when they say
Exactly.
that.
But I mean, I didn't go. I was sad and I
Y'all
went
don't
somewhere
mean that.
and I had a drink.
Y'all do not really
And
mean
I
it.
had a drink. That's what I did. So the thing is, regardless of relationship status, it's not fair to put that imaginary line in the sand when you're separated. So, but is it okay? Because women, this is what y'all say. This is the thing that y'all say, but y'all go like this. I'm done. So when you done, does that mean the next day, like you broke up that night, and you separated, right? You're done, right? Do you go on a date the next night? Hell no.
You don't do. You wait a little bit.
Hell no.
You wait a
But
little
if
bit.
it's your body, your peace, your mind, your heart, things go
Right.
out there, step out and date.
No,
Can't do
right. It's your peace. You need to woosah, and you need to get your mind and cleanse yourself from that previous relationship before you can start anew. You have to. It's a process, Sean. You just can't go hop right back out there,
I did it 4 times.
and that's why it ain't work.
I dropped out there 4 times.
And
I went
that's
out
just
there,
why you
went left, went back, dropped off, came back, had another relationship.
That's why it ain't work either.
So then why we can't have these conversations as a couple to say, hey, we know that this is over with. You go out there and date and it be consensual. But why do we gotta ask the other partner?
Some people do that. They're like, are we good? Like, are you okay if I date?
Why? Why ask that?
Because just to
Why?
know.
I'm not
It's your
asking
body.
nothing.
It's your piece. Why you gotta ask?
I'm not asking.
Some
nobody.
people do
What?
that.
Would you? Is that you?
Or
Are you asking?
no, that sometimes I think it's more if they have like mutual events that they're going to, or like, sometimes.
does that
I'm
gotta
gonna
do with
bring
anything?
Somebody there. I don't know.
What does that gotta do with anything?
Because sometimes people don't want to talk about it. Like sometimes people break up and then they don't tell their friends or family, but then next thing you know, they have to go out somewhere and their friends see them with somebody else and think that they're cheating, and it's like, no, we're not together. Like, sometimes you just want to see if you just are all on the same page, especially if you've been together for a long time. Some people like to talk about their breakup.
I think that when you break up, that's the finale, right? Isn't it over? This is a new
Well,
page?
you're talking. Well, I don't know. You're talking about separation.
Okay, now
so
let's get
I
to
don't understand what you're talking about.
Let's get to the separation part.
So
So you're
separation is
married.
like you guys are
So you're-
talking
so
and
you're
you guys
mar-
are like, we're gonna take a break.
So the separation part with the legal part, like being married. Like say you're married
Okay.
and then the relationship doesn't work out
Okay.
and then you separate. There's 2 ways with that, right? So you separate, maybe you might get back together, or you separate to get to finalize and get a divorce, right? There's only 2 ways on the street, right? There's
Well,
a 2-way
I mean,
street,
I
right?
feel like there's the technical aspect. Like, yeah, we're in a separation process because the divorce is not finalized. And then there's like, if you don't do all that legalities and you guys just want to separate because you feel like you need time apart, but you still want to work on your marriage, I think that that's something different.
Yes, absolutely.
If I separate, all right, we're going to take a break in a second. CJ, if I separate from a marriage and I got that love den popping,
But would you have a love den? It depends on why you separate.
Well,
Are you
it
guys
doesn't matter.
separating?
We done. We separated. We separated.
So to you, separation means done.
Right. If you're done.
Yeah, you were done.
Then
It's
file the
fine.
papers.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done. I
You need
don't.
to file the
I'm one of
paperwork.
those.
But if you
there's no
guys
breaks.
are on the same page of we want to work on the marriage, and then
And
I
separate.
find out you're yes, because some people do that. Sometimes they're just like the
Yes.
same space.
Exactly.
They just need to regroup and do their own thing daily. That doesn't mean, but that's the thing. Men think when a woman needs time to regroup or thinks that the relationship would need a little breath or whatever, they feel like, oh, well, she's going to go out there and get slonged out. That's what she's trying to do. So I'm going to go out there and do what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Exactly.
No, but then there's
not
no
the case.
foundation there.
Yeah, but
Right,
there's,
it's not
but
the
you know,
case.
you never. How often do you hear? And good morning, guys. God bless you. We're gonna take a break in a minute. How often do you hear? Are the cameras on? Can they see the show now, Barbie? Are they good?
Yeah, they're good now.
Okay.
You know how they get. They can't
I don't
see
know.
your face.
I don't
They
care about
act
that.
up.
I don't care about that.
You supposed to care.
Now we doing a show because there's a lot of other people listening online. They can't see it.
They support you though.
It's a tough situation because you never hear Barbie Cologne couple. You know, you do hear, but it's very rare that you hear couples go, "Yo, we separated for 6 months to a year, and we got back together again." It happens. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
But it's very rare.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you hear that, you know, Cheryl and James got back together.
I just know a few people.
But we know multiple. We know thousands of breakups, and it just didn't, and everybody moved on.
Right, there was no separation.
So
but
the
they broke up.
percentages of the separation, let's go out and take a time out, and then reevaluate, and then come back, are very minimal.
Yeah.
Put a number one in the chat room if you or call in if you ever broke up, had that space, and got back together again and lived happily ever after. If that's the case, God bless you. I'm just saying that it's very rare. I get what you're saying, Senny J. That's the mature thing to do.
Some people get their own rooms. You know, they move out of the bedroom together. They get different rooms in the same house. Like, I don't know. You're a relationship, especially if it's a long time, can go through different seasons and stages. People don't stay the same.
My whole thing with that is if you're you know me, I'm old school, Senny J. If we going through some changes or some problems in a relationship, let's stick this thing through. Let's see it through. I don't think okay, we could be in a different like parts of the house.
Yeah. Right.
We can do that for 6 months. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We'll be right back.
DJ Youngnut. If he ain't playing, I ain't staying.
Good morning, everyone. In New Liberia, Louisiana, right now, the weather is 44 degrees. The high there will be 48, and it's going to be clear. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it looking like where you are? Barbi Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J, where you get your morning started, right?
Get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Special shout out 108 Soul, New York, Soul of New York. So we're Barbie, before we're going to read the comments, but before we do that, Barbie, we have Lisa, Angel, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, everybody on the phone right now. Good friend of mine, good friend of the show. She's here from Angel Hearts of Hope Foundation Incorporated. Let's clap for our good friend, Angel.
Yes,
Ray.
hello,
Good morning.
Angel. Ray. Good
Angel,
morning.
first of all, it's good to hear from you. Good to see you through this phone, and it was good to see you the other last month at the King's Theater. God bless you, and good morning.
Good morning, everyone. You guys got me up early. I was in here. I had to put on my ring light with the colors so I could be a part of the dance that was going on a few minutes ago.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
getting down.
I was like, put the ring light on. Let me get in the mood. Let me get ready.
Yeah, that's what's up. Everyone, Angel, good friend of she's a good friend of mine. Comedy promoter back in the days of comedy with all the legendary comedians that we know today. She used to work and hire them at her room in Queens. Before we get into your foundation, let's just get into that real quick.
Okay.
Angel.
You can tell them my official government.
Okay, Lisa. All right, Lisa. Yeah, good. Thank you, because I didn't know. I don't know. CJ Barbi Cologne. Lisa was one of the biggest female women producers and promoters in the Queen area back in the day.
Yes,
this is a very intellectual young lady, a very beautiful young lady, very smart young lady. A lot of folks gravitate to this woman.
Thank you.
Lisa, Tell us about the heyday real quick of comedy in Queens back at the legendary Manhattan Proper All Stars. First of all, the Manhattan Proper, where was it located, and what night of the week did you guys do comedy there?
Okay. So, well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. And my name is Lisa Angel Ray. Everybody knows me as Lisa Ray, but for the purposes, I'll share with you the angel part in a few.
Okay.
Manhattan Proper was the name of the venue that we did Comedy Alert Tuesdays, right? So we actually started back in 1989, and we started at a place called Echoes. And the name of the company that I had was Nonstop Entertainment. It was along with myself and Diane Gibbs. So it was the two of us. Right. And so we did it for many, 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 many years, as you know. I took a little short pause, I guess, in 1997 because I had my son in 96 and, you know, to be a mother and do all that stuff, but I was still doing it. They pulled me back in. You know, it's like even when you stop doing something, it's like they keep pulling me back in every time I try to get. But, you know, it wasn't really a difficult thing because it was so much fun. It was so much joy because, you know, who doesn't want to laugh? I mean, you know, laughter is good for the soul. And, you know, we had everybody from Cheryl Underwood to Bill Bellamy. He was our first host. The late Monterio Ivy, and of course, you know, for many years, Talent was our main host for many, many, many years. Like he was a young buck back in the day. Like, you know, I remember some of his first jokes. He used to do this thing with the Gap Band. Outstanding! Oh my God, it was the funniest joke ever. I wish he would go back, but you know, he's gonna have to fall on the floor because he was real physical back then. And I don't know if Talent want to do that, but
right.
But it was just, I mean, so much fun. I mean, it was standing room only, packed out, rolling out into the streets, motorcycles, cars. If you came into LaGuardia or JFK, which it was closer to, you went to the Proper on a Tuesday. Wow. I mean, everyone from LL Cool J to Bobby Brown to Madonna, to the Jets, the Giants. I mean, people came from all over, Staten Island, Jersey, everywhere. And it was the hottest spot. It was the hottest thing going. You was looking forward, and people came out early, Shawn. They was there early because they knew they needed to get a seat or they needed to get in. It was packed.
Right. So imagine, guys, he goes to a local bar in Queens. And Madonna's sitting there. Madonna's in the building. And she get her laugh on. And it was Lisa and her other partner that provided Diane Gibbs, who provided this entertainment throughout the years. And the urban comedy game on the East Coast appreciate you for that. And one more thing before we get into the awareness of multiple sclerosis, Lisa. You guys don't know Lisa's very talented. Lisa was in one of those girl bands. Like she was in the SWVs before they was SWV.
Oh snap! Okay, now
that's funny. That's funny. Well, let me tell you the name.
Go ahead, Lisa.
The name. We really wasn't the SWVs before the SWV was here. We was really, you know. So back in the day, there was this group. Let me just say, remember Jay, Don't Walk Away. No, remember them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe that's before y'all time.
We remember.
I remember the song.
Okay. So anyway, the name of my group was Delicious, and it was three of us. It was my good friend and sister Tracy Sims.
Right.
Myself, I was the lead singer, and it was my sister Maria Ray, who unfortunately passed away this past August at the age of 59. And
our condolences.
Thank you. I'm shouting her out because Maria was the calm of the group. She kept everybody together, as Tracy mentioned during her homegoing. My sister was the most beautiful. She had talking about laughter, talking about somebody who liked to laugh. She had this hearty laugh, and she was just full of joy and light. And I miss her dearly. And we we have a documentary that's coming up because we were on Rooftop Records, and we were the first girl group on Rooftop Records, 155th Street. Remember the roller rink?
Yeah, I remember.
Up there in Harlem?
Yes, I remember.
So, yeah, we got a documentary that's going to be coming out on Rooftop Records, and we in it. And I'm looking forward to that. Shout out to Gusto Wells, Robert Wells, who is the founder of that. And also rest in peace to the late, great Greg Marius, who founded the the EBC tournament, the Entertainers Basketball Tournament. So up there in Harlem. So he passed away as well a few years ago. May he rest in peace. So yeah, we were doing our thing. So, we were on big stages and we were on the radio and all that.
So you can imagine a young lady, Lisa, promoting and doing comedy shows and a girl band named Delicious. It's a weird name. It's very, very, I know, very pervertive people, but I thought that was a great name. Like horny guys are like, yo, we're going to see Delicious in them.
No, let me tell you something. Do you know what our original name was?
What?
Our original name was Negligee. I was like, absolutely
Oh
not.
no! Oh no!
You should have kept that one.
Okay.
Negligee. I like that.
Not for group. Sure.
And have Chic in them in the background with the suits on. That'd have been dope. No.
Because I was like, they're gonna be expecting us to be like Vanity Six in lingerie on stage. I'm not gonna be on. Come out. I mean, there's no way that I was gonna do that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Right.
All right. Now fast forward, Lisa, into today. You have spread the word throughout the community and throughout the internet about multiple sclerosis, and I'm grateful for you for being so, letting us know and informing the community about this illness. And can you share with the group your experience, please?
Yes, with multiple sclerosis, sure. So I'm going to say back in 2008, 2009, I noticed, I was coming from the city. I worked on Wall Street for 30 years, right? And not at that time, it wasn't 30 at that time. I was still, plugging away at the pavement and going into the city on the Long Island Railroad. So, like most people, I put on my little flip-flops and to go to the railroad. And then I was coming home one day to go to a doctor's appointment, and I'm rushing on the railroad, and then I'm walking home to get my car, and I tripped. And what's the first thing you do when you trip? You turn around and look and see what you tripped on, right? And it was nothing there. I was like, okay, everything is level. Okay, why am I falling? I had on a skirt flipped up. I was like, great, everybody sees everything. I don't need this. So I'm looking, and I was like, okay, well, maybe it's the flip-flops. They cheap, they're flimsy. Maybe I just tripped. So I had my balance was a little off. I noticed it. Sometimes there's little subtle things about yourself you notice and no one else will notice. And then I noticed sometimes I would be talking and I had a little bit of slurred speech. So I said, well, what is that? So I went to the doctor. The doctor tested me, and he was like, stand in place, march in place, and count to 50. I did that. And I started on one side. I opened my eyes. I started on one side of the room. When I opened my eyes, I was all the way on the other side. I said, you tricked me, and I'm clowning and stuff. And that was the beginning of me knowing that something was going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I started looking things up, went to my primary. I said, do you think it's multiple sclerosis? This is back then. He was like, do you have it now? I said, no. He said, you're fine. He said, it's very hard to diagnose. He dismissed it, so I dismissed it, which essentially was a big mistake. Right. And, 8 years later, I was officially diagnosed with multiple sclerosis after having fallen and I sprained my ankle. You know how people sprain your ankle, twist your ankle all the time, but you recover. It never recovered.
Right.
If you ever seen people walking, dragging their foot like Frankenstein,
right.
you know what I'm talking about, one foot dragging. I was walking like that, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And they did a spinal tap. They did all these tests. They couldn't find out what was going on, and until they did the spinal tap. And one night, I was having like pain in my chest, and I was like, I'm home alone. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I went to, in my heart, I was having like a muscle spasm. So I went to the hospital, and I knew that they had just did the spinal tap. So I was like, can you give me the results? So, they had it all in their terms, in doctor terms and everything. So when I came home, I started interpreting everything for myself, and I saw that there was these bands. I can't. It's a long name that indicated multiple sclerosis. So
Right.
after 8 years, I was officially diagnosed, but at least I knew exactly at what was going on with me. Because prior to that, I have to tell you, for 8 years, am I dying? Because I didn't know what was going on with me.
Right.
And again, it's not, for the most part, no one could see it. But when I started with the limp and the walk and all of that, you could obviously see that. But I was like, God, am I dying? What's happening? No one could tell me what was going on for 8 years.
So now
my
that you
gosh.
was
No, it's
diagnosed
hard.
and you got to this point, because this could be devastating to folks when they get diagnosed and to whatever illness or disease that you have, and a lot of folks will fall into some kind of mild depression. They lose their motivation. They feel sorry for themselves. Lisa,
Yeah.
how did you like? What was your attitude about like when you found all this out?
Well, initially, so I remember going down to Georgia, and I have some close friends and my family is down there, so they had this big dinner for me for my birthday, and we went to Papa Do's, and I was just still doing fun things, and this was just before I was getting ready to start my medication, which is an infusion. So initially, I really was trying to understand it. So I was doing a lot. I was still, hanging out, having fun, going to dinner, doing this, traveling. I was still being me and doing stuff, and really maybe trying to even keep my mind off of it initially. Um, and then when I started with the treatment, I was just kind of going through it and trying to again understand, what is this? I never heard of this. I didn't know anybody that had it, and aside from hearing that maybe Lola Ferrara had it, and one of the Mouseketeers had it, and Ned Funicello, and also Montel Williams, which his story is very similar to my story when I started doing the research. So I would just say this: for the first 2 years, in the summertime, I like to dress. I like to wear high heels. What woman doesn't want to wear high heels? I went from wearing 4-inch heels to barely being able to put on a shoe.
Right,
Wow.
right.
That part can be very, that could put you in depression, as a woman.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I gotta watch my weight, because the shorter you are, the lower you are to the ground, the wider you look. I was like, I can't be looking, all big and out of shape. I can't do that. So I was conscious about as women, we're always conscious about our appearance. So let me just say that.
Yeah, of course.
But I was even more conscious because when I go out, people are going to be looking at me. People are watching me. So I'm wondering, are people judging me? I would see people, and honestly, it's like I'd have to talk them off the ledge. They would see me and go, their mouth would immediately open up like, oh my God, what happened? So many people might have thought I was in an accident or something happened, but no, I would just start cheering. I was like, I'm okay, I'm fine, this is this, and I would just immediately start sharing what I went through. Because I know, for me, you see somebody disabled. We've been seeing disabled people all our lives. We probably have family members disabled, whatever. But when you initially see them, it's an uncomfortable feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. It's a fact. You see somebody in a wheelchair, something, and it's almost like they know you're looking at them, and they're like, okay, I'm being stared at, and you wonder what happened to them. So rather than you wonder, I just tell you what's going on with me. I was diagnosed with MS, whatever, and I just tell people, because I know you're thinking, I know you're wondering, I know you want to know, and so I just tell people. And to be honest with you, it was something that was helping me, because for 2 years, all I would do was wear long pants and long dresses, and because I didn't want people to know that I had on this AFO brace. I have this brace to help support me walk on my right leg, my lower right leg.
Right.
And it was just that at first. But then eventually I started using a cane, because I fell over 20 times in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was a miracle that I never broke anything. So I started working out with a personal trainer, getting my strength up. Shout out to Malik Body Bang Out. And I started getting stronger, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's go. And so then I was putting on a pair of flat sandals, and I was still, I got invited to a barbecue. I went out for a lot of my people, and everybody's like, "Hey!" I was dancing. I was like, "Oh," I was all that, and just having a good time. So for 2 years, I kind of tried to not draw the attention
Right.
to my brace and everything, but
Now, Lisa, Lisa, hold on. We got a few more minutes, so let's talk about your foundation real quick and what you're doing for the community, and then we're gonna take a break. Lisa Ray's on the phone. Let's clap for Lisa. Jesus Christ. God bless you, man.
Sharing your story.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing your story. But Lisa, we're gonna give you the final word. Let's talk about your foundation and what you're doing, and where the folks can find you.
Okay, so Angels Hearts for Hope Foundation. So it's Angels with an S, Hearts with an S, because it's many of us, for Hope Foundation. And I wrote a book a few years ago, a book of inspirational poetry called Angel's Heart Guided by Light. I also wrote a play, Life is Poetic, which speaks about bringing awareness to multiple sclerosis, and it's also very inspirational. So for every monologue or skit that's in the play, one of the poems in my book is a response. I recently also co-authored a book called The Reveal. So I'm just going to share that with you. And it's a book of, in that, 10 authors, 10 testimonies, real testimonies, and my testimony is in there. So get that, those 2 books, and I'll tell you how to get that later. Over COVID, I had been wanting to do a nonprofit, but, it costs money to start companies and stuff. And, I am on disability now. I work part-time at York College radio station as an engineer,
right,
and a host. And so I said, I'm home, working from home. I said, it's time. So I went through the process of starting a nonprofit, picked the name, which my middle name is Angel. So that's where Angel comes from.
Okay.
And I wanted to keep everything connected to God because, God allowed this to happen to me for me to help others. And so I started it over COVID. I'm officially a 501c3 charitable organization. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, congratulations with that.
Yeah.
Let's clap for that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So we started we did our first event actually the day after I saw you, Shawn. I think you guys did December 18th at the King's Theater,
right,
the comedy show.
Right.
And December 19th, I had a inaugural pop-up shop with close friends of mine, Black-owned businesses, to support them as they supported me. And it was a great turnout. And, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. And I was able to share. I had people there that have MS to share their experience. There's different presentations. And my whole thing is that it's very important that you don't count us out, because just everybody has something going on with them. There's people to be ready to shoot you dead because they're going through so much depression and they just click out. And the difference between me and them is that you can see mine. Mine is physical. Some people, it may affect their cognitive ability. And so my whole thing is that your life still has value. You still have purpose in this life.
Absolutely.
And you have to live your life. Don't let anybody make you feel less than who you are.
Right.
And so my goal is to inspire people, and I'm determined for them to just, believe in themselves and tap into their own passions and their own gifts, because there's something you can still contribute to society. And not everybody wants to share, but if that's what you choose to do, you are going to be helping someone. So I want to just encourage hope, inspire hope.
Well, good.
Therefore, Angel's Heart for Hope.
Well, you're encouraging us right now this morning, so we appreciate. Now, Lisa, real quick, because we got to go to the break. Where can they find you on social media? Where can my folks find you?
Okay, so they can find me on for the foundation itself on Facebook. They can look up Angels, the full name, Angels with an S, Angels Heart for Hope Foundation Inc. is on Facebook. I also have a website, and you can get it through www.angelray.org, which is simple altogether, or you could just simply go on Google and you can look up Angels Hearts for Hope Foundation. You can look up my name, Lisa Angel Ray, it'll pop up. And also you can you can email me at angelsheart, no S, MS @gmail.com. So that's angelsheartms@gmail.com. And you can also find me on Instagram at @the_real_Lisa Ray. So yeah, those are the things that, that's where you can find me right now. And, I just want to again say, our goal is just to build awareness in communities of color and remove the shame and embarrassment, replace it with hope and services to empower.
Well,
people.
Lisa, you're amazing. And I know we could talk for hours, but thank you so much, Lisa. Let's clap for Lisa Ray.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
We appreciate you.
Lisa, I'm going to call you after the show. And thank you. One more time, Lisa, where can they find you?
They can find me at angelray.org. They can Google me on Lisa Angel Ray. They can Google me Angels Hearts for Hope.org is also another website, or they can go to Angels Hearts for Hope Foundation Inc. on Facebook and look me up at @the_real_Lisa Ray on Instagram, or Angel Ray on Facebook. And of course, I'll be back at your college soon, so they'll hear me on the radio as well.
Awesome. We'll be right back. 108 Soul, New York. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Brooklyn's finest and Bounce Squad's own DJ Governor.
Good morning, everyone. The weather in our new location, New Liberia, Louisiana, right now is 44 degrees. The high will be 48, and it should be a clear day. That's the weather I have for you all. What's it look like where you are? Barbie Cologne coming to you live from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Senny J. Where you get your morning started, right?
Where you get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Only place you're going to get all this morning love. Special shout out to realmusic.net. Thank you so much, guys, for participating in the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature. Now, Barbie, before we shout out the room, Senny, before we shout out the room, Jess, you on the phone? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, hold on. Everybody, DJ Jess, Apollo Zone on the phone. Hold on, let's clap for him real quick.
Hey, good morning.
This is our favorite guy, favorite DJ. Always makes sense as well, like real holler. Now, back to the question. Before we shout out the room, because I know we was in this other discussion before,
Right.
Lisa Ray, and thank you, Lisa, so much for calling. If you're separated, Senny, if you're separated, let's go with the marriage part, okay? If you're separated and you're married, can you still date? Now, you said, men need to get it together. Yeah, there's sometimes there can be a separation. Maybe parties can get back together again. And most men are like, when the separation part comes, we are kind of out the door.
Yes, usually what happens.
Jess, everybody, come on, let's clap DJ Jess. I know we're going to holler real quick. We want to just talk to you real quick. DJ Jess, if you're separated, can you still date? And let's put it on a marriage term. Let's put it in marriage.
To me, that question, there's no wrong answer because it really depends on the circumstance and understanding folks have when they separate. All right. Like some people separate, with the intention on giving each other space. Some people separate, on the intention of not getting back together. You really got to understand the circumstance that they're going through because, see, the whole thing is if a separation lasts too long, ultimately somebody's definitely going to date.
Right.
Okay. That's a given. And the other thing is sometimes people are so clingy to people, they just got to have somebody around them. So,
right. That's
another reason why there's a good possibility they're going to date. It really depends on the understanding you have, when you decide that, I'm going to live over here, you're going to live over there,
Now, Jesse, let me ask you this question. Who puts that imaginary line up the most, men or women? And that line I'm talking about is that line, that sense of entitlements and rules on this imaginary line. Because for example, sometimes men are like, yo, we got these kids. You can't be dating right now, or I'm not ready. Why do men mostly put those imaginary lines up with this sense of entitlement, so the woman can't date?
Because when a man is mental, the fact that they they separate, and their mentality is, I'm just gonna keep myself company. But for most men, if they're married to a woman, the fact that somebody else is with their woman, it's hard for them to deal with that.
Why
it's totally hard. They're looking at it from two perspectives.
Go ahead. But why? If us men, I keep it on me. Jesse, I'm going to keep it on me right now, Jesse. I've caused collateral damage in some of these relationships, right?
I have too.
And I was the root problem of the whole situation where this relationship was done. Why am I getting mad because the woman moved on when I caused all this mess?
Because you, at some point in time, your mentality was you wanted to have your cake and eat it too.
Because you still,
that you was messing up something was probably pretty good, and the fact somebody was going to be able to benefit, from a good woman, that ain't something you can easily, accept.
Yeah.
How
y'all be showing?
You know how many times we as men or even women as we mess up a good thing, and the fact that we've done that, it really messed up our head because we know that we mess up a good thing. Or somebody's getting something that's really good, but we wasn't ready for it.
And you lost
what? But there's a whole world out here, Jesse, with people. We're going to know that might be the possibility that your baby mother, ex-wife, or girlfriend's going to run into somebody new.
Yeah, but
She
y'all
will run
mentality
into somebody
like that.
new. That's a given. That's a given. But the fact is, it's hard for you to accept that. You know, even if you moved on, you don't expect them to move on.
Right.
Exactly. I'm supposed to become an old maid while you out there sawing your royal oats carrying on.
Right,
okay?
right.
I think the hell not.
Yo, Jess, you're absolutely on point on that one. Now, Jess, wait a minute. And we got everybody, let's clap. DJ Jess on the phone, Apollo's own, man. This is my guy. I love you, bro. But,
love you back, man.
But Jess, back to the separation thing. Why the wife or the girlfriend or the baby mother, whatever, or domestic partner, whatever title you are, why they can't stay in one bedroom? The other one stays in the living room, separate that way, and try to work it out, because once you move out, now Barbi, there's bills to pay.
Right.
There's a whole different mentality. So my whole thing, why are we doing this?
Let me tell you something. As soon as you move out, the complication turns up 100 degrees. Yeah. Okay? Because you got to understand, when you move out, rules change. You know what I mean? When you're under the same household, there's a lot of respect going on, and you can work on whatever the issues are. But when you separate, bro, time is of the essence, because the further you the longer you don't get back together, the bigger the chance is that you're going to be over here, she's going to be over there, and you're going to start doing you, and she's going to start doing her. Now, you know, it's even more complicated, because you're going to find that out, and now, we were going to get back together, and the way we get back together, because you out there. Are you feeling this, Negro? Are you, it just complicates stuff. So, you know, my mentality is, you know, you got to do your best to work it out under your roof. And when you get to the point where you can't, then, you know, you got to move on. Because
Now, hold on a second. I mean, Israel. Now, Senny J begs to differ. She said, why we can't be adults, move out separately, work on the relationship if we can make amends. But why do we have to go out there and start having slung fest and partying or new vagina? She said, why we can't be mature enough to do this?
Because we're not.
I mean, it may be like that.
Hold on, Jess.
It may be like that in the beginning, the first maybe month or so. But after that, then you run the risk of losing your partner, because, like you said, too long of a period. Hey, you take too long.
Go ahead.
I gotta go.
Go ahead, Jess. Hold on, Jess. Hold on. Go ahead, Senny. She's tired.
You were over here talking about these dumb Facebook questions yesterday, and you posing one today.
Wow.
You coming for your next show.
If you are not adult enough, if you guys are not on the same, I mean, obviously that's probably why you're getting separated, because you guys aren't on the same page and haven't been on the same page for a little while. So if you think, and I mean, if, again, like he said, it all depends on the reason why you're doing it. But if you're going to use this time to have sex with other people, then I don't need to be with you anyway. Because that's not even what it's about. Jesse. And I'm saying that's why people people usually don't get separated. It's just a way for people to leave that gray area.
But see, the problem is you're talking about a group of weak people. Because if a person's been in a circumstance where they've been married for a long time and now they got a little bit of freedom, there's a good chance they're going to take advantage of that freedom.
Right.
I understand what you're saying, but will. Like, you know, temptation is a MF. You know, I want to listen to your show. Right. So you got to understand, when you put yourself out there, you have good intentions, but that don't mean that's how it's going to end up.
Right. Well, there are people that don't do that, though.
But Jesse, hear me out. Hold on, hear me out, Jesse.
Then you just want to cheat. You just want to be with other people.
Jesse, hear me out.
Just go do that.
Hold on, ladies. Hold on.
Because what's the difference if we? Because you have the opportunity to cheat at any time.
Right, but Jesse, here we go. Here we go. Why does separate and try to get back together? Because that's a very small percentage of that happening. It's a very small percentage of us go, yo, you know, Cynthia and Craig broke up and they got back together. You hear it, but it's very rare. You hear thousands of breakups, unfortunately. So when it's time to separate, why don't we just go our own separate ways? Because the percentages of us getting back together are so small.
And a lot of times when you get back together, it's not the same.
There you go.
It's not the same.
Right.
Right.
You know, you're really giving it another go round, but a lot of times it's already over.
Right.
You know, you could be doing this for the kids. You could be doing it for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean?
Here's my model separation, Jesse. DJ Jess on the phone, everybody. Apollo Zone. This is my guy. Love this dude. If we go, Barbi Cologne, if we're going to separate, we need to stay in that crib, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to save up this money. Somebody got to save up this money because at some point, somebody got to go. So my whole thing is this. You stay here for 3 to 6 months. And Jess, you're right. Don't disrespect the crib. Save up your money. And we go our separate ways.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Because the whole thing in that 3 to 6 month period, you're going to know whether it's going to work or not. But at least you're prepared. At least you're prepared. But like I said, when you first asked me the question, there's no right or wrong answer to this because every circumstance is different. You know what I mean? And there's just like a million circumstances out there. It just depends on which one you fall under if you're in that situation, you know, and how you two guys choose to handle it. You know? But it's a tough scenario, especially when you're talking about kids and stuff involved.
Right.
And property and stuff like that. Nobody wants to just leave their house,
Right.
you know, and let somebody else live in it.
Right.
Pay for it.
Just sell it.
Yeah. Right. That right. You done co-signed this mortgage and all that, and here come the new slum.
You know, and then you
better get a refi your own name.
Go ahead.
Exactly. You know, and then you know now somebody stepping in there, like, and I'm paying for somebody to step in there. That's a whole different ball game.
All right. Jess, where can they find you, brother?
They can find me at Apollo_DJ Jess on all social media sites. You can catch me at the world famous Apollo Theater. Coming back on February 16th after almost a 2-year hiatus. We're back on stage doing what we do. Right. And, of course, you can catch me out there with the king, original king, Mr. D.L. Hughley. Right. And we'll be in Arlington this weekend, and then Arlington, Texas, that is, and then we'll be in Connecticut. In Bridgeport next weekend. So
right.
we're around.
Right.
So
Just DJs for DL Hughley throughout the country every weekend. All right. Hey, Jess, thank you, brother. Every time you call in, you always chop it up, bro.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys. And good morning, good luck, and you guys have a great day. Love you guys.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Shawn, that's the real question. Ooh. Can you be separated and still live together?
Right.
That's the real question. That's where the T's at.
That's the ultimate test right
there. Before we get into that question, before we shout out the chat room, what are they saying in the chat room? Because I know we revisit this. We was talking about this earlier in the show. Are they saying anything? Now.
Vanetta said when they was talking about when Jess mentioned being in the same house, I think it was one of you two mentioned being in the same house and still, being respectful. She said sometimes doing that in the same household builds resentment because you don't really have the space to think. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Because if we separated, I don't want to see you all the time.
Yes.
Because then that's the case. We should just still be together.
Right.
You go to your place and let me go to my place so we can think.
Well, that's the go under cake and eat it too, right? But it's right. It can't. It's tough to get to that point of separation and still be in the same crib.
Yeah.
But that's why I said, like, what's the separation thing about? It's over. Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, I look at it in black and white. There is a very, very half of a 0.9% of people, like Senny said, are mature enough to separate. Find that love back together again. Remember that old school song?
Date each other.
And date each other. There is, and
I think
you know
that's
what?
so romantic.
You think so?
I do. That you separate and you still are choosing each other. You're just trying to find your rhythm again. I think that's such a great story. I love it. And then come back to each other and then get remarried and have everybody there. And that's so beautiful.
That's TV.
I think so, Barbi. It
That's
sounds
TV.
so good.
It
That's
does.
TV.
And in the meantime, you guys do like therapy. You guys have a date night once a week or like every 2 weeks.
That is nice. That would be
right. You like check in. You come over and see each other every once in a while. Like, see how they're doing. Yeah, I like it. Well, have you ever watched that show on OWN? It's called Put a Ring on It. And Dr. Nicole encourages her couples to date other people while
Crazy.
they're still in their
That ain't
relationship.
happening.
Right, sure.
Yes.
You back in that fantasy world again, Senny.
But see what happens is people automatically be like, oh, well, they're cheating. No, it gives them an opportunity
Senny,
to
wake
take
up.
things
Hey.
from other relationships that they might like in a new person and see how they can incorporate it into their own relationship. They get to see what they're missing without judgment
Senny,
and all that.
we are too polarized for that, Senny. That's not gonna happen.
If you were in a
get out there,
relationship for a long term and you guys ran out of one,
you're gonna start staring at slum, Senny. It's not gonna happen. The same.
You're going to look too wrong, and I'm about to
Yes,
pop
sis.
the eyes up.
but I'm on a date.
No.
You should be on a date.
And
Get
then you're gonna drink liquor.
But okay, well, why haven't you put a ring on it yet?
Haven't.
Maybe I need to go see what else is out there.
Well, okay. So,
That's why, because they've been in. It's like we've been together for 4 years, no marriage.
Oh, okay, well, that's different.
Yeah, they're not married.
know when
And
you're
they were
finished.
separated.
No, they're just
You
boyfriend and
married,
girlfriend.
Technically, you still single, then, baby.
Exactly.
To you, hey, but married, we ain't doing that.
No,
we
they're
gonna
not married
do
yet.
it.
Yeah.
And that's about all.
These are
because
two
you ain't
women
gonna
that
look
are
nobody else.
talking. These are two women talking that haven't had slong in months.
Whatever.
Yo, back together again, baby. All right.
Whatever, Sean.
So this is the deal. Before we shout out the room, because we're gonna show the room some love. This is not gonna work. Senny, I appreciate you in your fantasy. Every man has a place in his heart. There's a space. Every man has his fantasy. I get it.
What? That's not a fantasy. That's a lot of people's reality.
That's not. It's a very, very small percentage of that. That is never gonna happen. There'll be no dating. There'll be no getting back together. There's none of that, Senny. And it's because of the way we live today.
Wow.
Listen, we're gonna shout out the room. We want to show you guys some love.
Wow.
Where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at. City, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the heart's at? Where the heart's at? Or where the heart's
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the heart's at? Where the heart's at? Or where the heart's
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the heart's at? Where the heart's at? Or where the heart's
Turn down for what?
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 Hey. Hey.
One more time, guys, show them some love.
Where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room.
Hey, where the heart's at? City, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the heart's at? Where the heart's at? Or where the heart's
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the heart's at? Where the heart's at? Or where the heart's
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the heart's at? Where the heart's at? Or where the heart's
Turn down for what?
For what?
For what? For what? For what? For what? For what? For what? For what? Hey, for what? Hey, for what?
Ooh, y'all ready to get your name shouted at?
That's right.
Younger Nut is in the building. What's up, Younger Nut? Good morning to you. Shout out to Nathaniel Jones. Good morning, Nathaniel. Tiffany Klosick is in the building. Good morning.
Keep those hearts coming, guys.
Bridget Richardson is here. Hey, Bridget. Good morning to
That's
you.
my homegirl. What's up, Bridget?
Shamika Love is in the building. Hey, Shamika girl.
God bless you.
Della Andrews is here. Hey, Della. Glad to have you back. Good morning.
Hey, Della.
Shout out to the godfather of Solar, Tracy Ray. Good morning to you.
God bless.
Lakeisha Berglund is here. Hey, Lakeisha.
Hey, Lakeisha.
God bless.
Eric Horn is in the building. Hello, Eric. Good morning to you.
Hey, Eric.
I
Is
believe you are new.
he's new?
Yeah. How did you hear about the show? Please let us know and share the show, please, with your people.
Yeah, and everybody
you.
welcome this young man to the group.
Yes. Randy Montgomery is here. Hello, Randy. Good morning.
Randy, what you doing? You separating or you? What you doing? Can your ex or your current whoever's can they stay in one bedroom or why you staying in another bedroom? Or do y'all got to go? Do you got to go?
Muriel Ogborn Gray is here. Hey, Muriel. Good morning. Marcus, Mr. One Emoji Johnson is here. What's up, Marcus? Good morning to you.
I'm out the door.
Yeah, shout out to Nicole Harris. Good morning, girl.
I'm gonna go over to Raymore and Flanagan's. Drop a credit card.
Not Raymore.
I'm gonna go to Raymore. I'm gonna go to Raymore and Flanagan. I'm gonna drop one of these credit cards. I'm gonna get me some new whole furniture.
Not the whole furniture. Come on.
I'm gonna get the white
where your
carpet
whole
with.
furniture at?
I'm gonna get the white carpet with the cat. We going in.
Princess said there is a no return policy once the merchandise is used. Sure.
Right.
We getting that whole love then situated in that separation. I'll tell you that much.
Audrey A. Johnson is here. What's
you
up,
can go to
Audrey?
therapy all you want to.
Lynette Serrano was in the building. Hey, Lynette, here is your tea, girlfriend.
I'm gonna smash the therapist.
No,
I'm gonna
you
smash
not.
the therapist.
What if it's a man?
I'm not gonna smash that
Oh, all
guy.
right then. James Lewis.
Hey, James.
Hey, James. Good morning to you.
My smash fest starts immediately.
I was about to say whole furniture. Wait, because I just somebody put that in there.
That's right. Get my whole furniture.
What is whole furniture?
Goodness,
Yeah.
whole furniture. Sure.
It's furniture from Raymore and Flanagan where you
no sets, just a
where
piece
you
of
where
everything.
you
Right, a
smash
piece
where
of-
you smash in the living room.
That's the last chance area. It's a mix match.
I'm gonna have that floor mirror in the living room, in the bedroom, and we going on tour while we're separated.
It's gonna look like it's staged for a porno.
Right.
right.
Yep.
Just one rug,
Exactly.
one couch,
One lamp.
in the middle of the room, and a lamp over the corner, right, Barbie?
Bed, no headboard.
When you come into my hole, then you know what's going down.
Vanetta George is in the building. Hey, girl. Hey, good morning.
Half a bottle of water.
While we seeking therapy, you know what's going down.
W.M. Dixon is in the building. Hey, cousin. Good morning.
And they coming through too, fellas. You remember you was single? They would just come through. We'll text too. Yo, come through, man. Stop. Nah, I ain't coming through. Stop playing.
No, you be like,
Show
hey,
ass
girl.
over here. Come through.
Hey, stranger. One of those.
And they ain't not. And y'all thirsty ass women ain't declining that invitation.
Whatever. Shout out to Trent is here. Good morning to you. Shout out to Real Mr. Sensational. Holla. Good morning,
Hey,
Real.
Rel.
2 weeks into the separation, I'm gonna go back. Go. It's done. We're done.
Rel, you got the whole furniture in
You're
there,
damn
bro?
right. He got the whole furniture. Rel was smashing when he had the freaking COVID with that damn oxygen tank. He was still smashing.
Can't even breathe. Trying to thrust his hips. Sit down.
Sit there.
Like,
sit
girl, wait,
there
let
and
me
try.
catch my breath.
Y'all sit there and try some
Sit down.
therapy if you want to on the separation. Ain't happening.
Daryl Lyon is here. Hey, Daryl. Good morning.
Go see a
Nubia
pastor.
Sykes is here. You better go pray about it. Okay.
And then don't let me get the dog. If I get the dog, it's a wrap.
Oh.
If I get the dog, it's over.
Here you go.
It's over.
How did you get the dog?
I got the whole furniture, the mirror, and the dog.
Shout out to Tawanda Seymour. Hey, girl. Hey, where you been?
Hey, Tawanda.
Robert
Cindy,
McCall
come on,
is in
hold on
the
a second.
building.
Hold on, Barbie. God bless you. Hold on. Cindy, you separated and you get a dog, and you got whole furniture from Raymore and Frank. You're not working on that relationship no more, it's a wrap. You know that. Continue. Sorry.
She get the dog because she needs some kind of companionship, not
Exactly.
because
So
she-
then that's gonna be a done deal. Once I get the dog and the furniture, what do I need to revisit this relationship for? It's a wrap.
Because you love them?
right, and you want to be with them. You just need some time to think. That's
Right.
it.
But I live in a whorehouse now.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, y'all. The whole house is open.
As soon as you come in the crib, the freaks come out at night.
The
The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out. The freaks come out.
The freaks. Show your heart. Amir Searly is here. Good morning, Amir.
Yeah, that's my guy.
That's your guy?
Yo, I love
Welcome
you, bro.
to the party.
That's my guy. He's gonna call in soon. That's my guy.
Dre Shaw is here. What's up, Dre? Good morning to
Barbie,
you.
I do agree with you. The men, we're not mature enough to have a straight separation to try to get back together again, like Senny's talking about. Senny, I appreciate you with your enthusiasm, with your fantasies. That's never gonna happen. It's a very small percentage, 0.9.
You may have like
but most men
0.1%.
are not built to separate, and especially if they're in a
I
great.
don't believe that.
Hold on,
because
Senny. Especially if a man, hear me out. Hear me out. I know we shot in the room. Gonna take the break. We come back to that. Senny, especially if a man, this is coming from a man's point of view. If a man is financially well off, get their own little apartment down here in Bethlehem. Nice little 2-bedroom joint, 1,500,
But
whatever.
Sean, you see,
Men
what,
are not men. Are
but
that, we're
listen,
done. We're out. We're
okay,
done.
but
We're
with that ideology, then when I get with you, I should just assume that you're cheating on me, and that's the same thing that you be talking about. We shouldn't do because men aren't like that. But women just assume if you're financially well off, you can have an apartment that you're slonging out women at before you come home to me. So the thing is that if you're going to do it, you can do it regardless. What is me saying we're separated? What? Because now you can have one up
Now
on me and
it's
say,
official.
"Oh, well, we were separated." Look,
Yep.
if you have such a desire that as soon as I say the word separate, you want to go and slong out people, then that was there all the time anyway.
Well, regardless
It
if
was.
it,
And that's why
okay.
when people move on so quickly, people feel slighted because they're like, well, damn, that's what you wanted. That was in you. Like, you was just waiting for something. Like, what is that about?
Yeah, because
That's
you
why we
can't.
say they
You
can't
can't
do
let.
it.
You
and
can't,
that means that you have no
you,
sexual discipline.
No. You can't
And
let your slum
can't
go.
So that means if I can't have
Yeah,
sex
Barbie.
for a certain amount of time, you just have to go out
Yeah,
and get it from
yeah,
someplace else.
yeah, we're
I have
done.
to go on a business trip for 2 to 3 months,
Yeah.
and I have to worry about you over here slonging it out.
Yep.
I'm pregnant.
But
After
they're
I give
separated.
birth,
Yeah.
I gotta abstain from sex for
Yeah.
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
but I gotta give it to you because you're gonna
Sorry.
be out here slonging
So
somebody
then
out.
don't-
Get out
so-
my
so
face.
then
So
don't-
then you over here talking about then men are weak.
Then
Then y'all
you-
are controlled
women
by
do
your
it too.
penises.
Then
And that's
women
what
do
you're
it too.
saying.
Women do it too. Go ahead, Barbie.
That's what we saying. They don't have. They just can't do it. They
We
weak.
separate and we out the door. Go ahead, Barbie.
Men are
Who's that?
weak. Princess Cox. Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
Ask Princess. Ask Princess if he was separated and
Talking
he
about
was
your
out the door.
stupidness.
Princess
Listen,
is getting new vagina. He
Exactly.
ain't waiting.
Exactly.
Sister
Amir and all
Soldier
these
is
men in here.
What's up,
Then you
Shonda?
already had new.
And
Oh,
it
you
doesn't
already
have
had
nothing-
new
it
vagina.
has
You was
nothing-
already
it has
entertaining
nothing-
new vagina
It has
then.
nothing
A
to do
new
with the
vagina been in your phone.
We're just out the
You
door.
was just waiting
We're
for the
not
green
dealing
light.
with
Be
it.
a man.
No,
We
it
are
never
being a
left
man.
the phone.
We
He
are
had
being
to
a man.
reactivate
Right.
those
Men-
numbers.
there's
You're
no-
not being a man
Yes,
because
we
you gotta
are.
wait
There
for
is-
somebody to give you a permission
there's
to
no-
go get what you want.
There's no times to wasting.
Oh
Wait,
please,
we
Sean.
know men weak. They weak.
Ah,
Get your dog, get your furniture, fellas. Let's turn up. Women out here for all of that.
Look what you've done. Should come with a disclaimer so that no one ever falls for what you got.
It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. It's okay, it's alright. I got something you gon' like. We gon' set your day on fire. Get your morning started right. The alarm is going on, but their mouth is going off. If I can find a way to laugh, then I think I'm gonna pop. I got a quarter tank of gas, don't get paid until tomorrow. Gotta start the morning right, or else I'm gonna
Gotta
have
go,
a
man.
weather traffic cruising last from the mountains to
Bobby, we're back. Senny, there's no hope for you.
Still lost
see, what
cause
else?
over here. See?
What else is in? Who else in the chat room? Jesus.
D-Lo is in the building. What's up, D-Lo? Steve Alundi is here. Hey, City is shout out, y'all. Clinton White is here. Good morning.
What's up, brother?
Shout out to Tim Harriet. Hey, Tim. Anybody drop dead in front of you lately?
check that straw man account.
Yes.
When was the last time y'all checked yours? Sean, you checked yours this morning?
How much money you got?
I bet you checked your PNC. You didn't check your straw man. That's where your real
Nah.
money's at.
Right. That's where it's
Nah,
been
let
there since
the-
you've been born, baby.
Now let the Babylonians control that. Who else, Bobby?
Lisa Angel Ray is in the building. What's up, Lisa?
Okay, thanks, Lisa.
Terrible Lee in the building. Lee Scott. What's up, Lee? Tell the family we said hola.
Hey.
LaShawn James is here. Hey, LaShawn. Shout out to Sonia Murray. Derek Evans is in the building. Yvonne Douglas Bodie is here. Hey, Yvonne. Derek Jackson is here. What's up, Derek? Good
Hold
morning.
on. Yo, men, knock it off. If you devastated and screwed up the relationship, take responsibility for it. Move out. Go away. And if your wife, girlfriend, baby mother, or whoever, domestic partner moves on with new slung, accept that. Continue, Barbi.
Yeah.
So Uncle talking, bro.
Alan Suave McAllister is in the building. Hey, Alan. Good morning.
Hold on.
Shout
You
out
got
to-
these women scared to death to bring another man over to the crib.
Who's scared?
Scared to death. Barbi and Senny, y'all probably went through that, but you don't want to share. And I'm fine with that. What? Some of y'all women in the chat room and some of these women out here listening, y'all was scared to death to bring a new dude over to the crib.
Wow,
you was scared to
with
death.
one man in my life, and that was the ex-husband.
Y'all was scared to
and
death.
when there was no separating,
and I sympathize with y'all.
When I was done, I was done.
Continue on.
It's been 8 years now. I don't
Some
do
of y'all was scared to death.
Either we gonna work it out or we ain't gonna do nothing.
Y'all started by sneaking them in at midnight while the baby was asleep.
Wasn't sneaking nobody nowhere. I'm grown as hell. If I want somebody in my space, they're gonna be in my space.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Oh no, it was facts, honey.
Sounds good.
One thing about Barbie,
A
she
lot
gonna
of
do
y'all,
what she want to do.
a lot of y'all women in there, y'all couldn't even, y'all had to sneak the dude in there at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he had to leave at 5.
Ain't nobody doing
in
that.
the morning.
We ain't
A lot of y'all done that.
In 18, 17. Who's
Some
sneaking?
of y'all even today Some of y'all even today can't even bring a dude over.
Well, I'm glad
And
I
you're
ain't some of them.
separated and broke up from years.
I'm glad I ain't some of them.
Go ahead,
Anywho,
Barbie.
Danielle Williams is here. Hey, Danielle, good morning.
And I sympathize.
Hey,
Shout out
Danielle.
to Albie Fuller. Hey, Albie, good morning to you.
Hey, Albie.
LaShawn BX is in the building. What's up, LaShawn?
That's my homie right there.
Good morning, girl. I ain't never had a problem with that. Anywho, those
I
are
don't know. You keep bringing it up like it just touched your heart. You probably went through that one time.
No, I ain't never had to go
You
through that.
probably
baby.
had to sneak something
Well,
through.
my ex was in jail, so
And if he wasn't, and if
so everybody was coming over.
oh, so everybody's coming over.
We had free reign in the party over here.
You know what I'm saying?
You
so
are
I don't know what you speak of.
Right, we don't have no problems over here. Sure.
Cindy, you
I mean, I may have missed a couple phone calls.
Right. Oh well, I was entertaining myself.
Cindy, you are such a whore. Go ahead, Barbie. Next.
Those are all the names I be saying. If you want to get shouted out, come in the chat room and say hello.
Yeah, we truly appreciate it. Definitely. Make sure you guys follow us, social media, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Our business page is on Facebook. We also have a group page that's on Facebook. The group is so funny. Make sure you add yourself. Lots of funny stuff. Thanks to everybody that contributes to the group. We're also on Instagram at Shawn Harvey Morning Show. We're on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. iHeartRadio platform. Everywhere. Shout out to Comedy World Net. Proud, all that.
Thank you. Shout out sponsored by 108 Soul of New York. Thank you so much. Speaking of shout outs, Barbie, when's the first Friday of March? What day is that on, if you don't mind?
The first Friday of March.
Because it's the king's
What is it,
birthday.
the 5th, Shawn?
The 4th is the first Friday.
So that's it. Come through and celebrate the king's birthday.
Oh my goodness.
Shawn Harvey
Who
birthday
would've
bash,
thought?
bro.
I'm going to be in the building. Got to be here for the king
Gotta
birthday.
be here for the
I don't
king.
know. I'll see if I
Guys,
can make it. I think I have something on that
Cindy,
day.
you a whole mess.
Y'all come
I think
through.
I start training for my new job.
Yeah,
that
y'all
day.
come. Yeah, that's fine.
March
Y'all come through for the king's birthday, March the 5th, right? March the 4th, right here.
the 4th.
We're gonna declarate the room.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Really,
amazing.
Sin?
It's gonna
Really?
be amazing.
Really,
That's how you
Sin?
be saying it.
Really? Really?
Yeah, we going to declarate
Yeah,
the room.
It's
Really?
gonna be declarated to
Really?
the T. It's gonna
Wow.
say all types of stuff.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Oh, we going to that's
Oh, really?
all he say is his mispronunciation.
Yeah. The show moves with it moves with me with it on. Trust me.
It's all right, Shawn.
Y'all put me to sleep the other day. But anyway, we're gonna move on.
Lies and deception.
Cindy, you interviewed that sanitation guy, man. Where did you go with that? That was you could have went 17 different directions with
What
that
day?
dude, man.
Oh, Friday when I was here with
Cindy, when
Tamika.
you got
because I had
Cindy, hear me out. Since I mispronounce and get things wrong, and one thing I
Whatever,
do
Shawn.
get right is to get the conversation moving.
I liked my conversation.
Cindy, you had two sanitation workers call in while they were working,
Yeah.
and you just hit them with the light questions. You should have went in on them.
I didn't
Next
have time for that.
You was like, and what kind of garbage truck you have?
Because that's what I wanted to know.
F
I wanted to
that.
know
No,
how much
Cindy.
garbage
Senny,
it
first of all,
held. I wanted to know how the
Senny,
trucks
first of
work.
all,
I need to
Senny,
go back
you want to know
and
how
look
everything
at
works.
that.
First of all, the uniforms. How do they change uniforms?
How did they change uniform?
Exactly. They work 12 hours, right?
They keep
So
the
what do
same
they wear?
dirty ones on.
They got these guys who wearing dirty uniforms. You just went with the uniforms first. You could have killed these dudes.
So you mean tell
But
me you
I
walk
can't
around with
present-
shitty?
but I don't
With dirty
mispronounce.
clothes on all
You
day.
gotta take an interview like that, Senny, and you gotta dive into the interview with the person.
Okay.
You can't have two garbage sanitation workers call in
Yeah.
while they're working
All right.
and hit them with 4 questions. That's light.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that the next time I have a sanitation worker on the line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had other stuff to get to. I like to keep.
That was a good.
I
one.
like to keep the calls short and
And then she
sweet.
hit them with the goodbye. All right, front page news. And then the other day, Barbi wasn't saying anything.
I was sick.
Barbi was it knowing that, and since y'all want to talk about me and my movement here, the next day knowing that I wasn't even coming in, Barbi was out, whatever, came in here, was sick the next day, knowing that I wasn't here, staring at that camera, and Senny talking for 5 hours.
Powering
Hey,
through.
I listen.
But then y'all talk about me.
Sure, the only reason why I came because you was not here. Because I was.
Oh, well, thanks for doing that favor for this
no,
show.
it wasn't. I'm just saying. I
Because
ain't
you
want her
could
to
have
be by
stayed
herself.
home. You wasn't saying anything
I said
anyway.
just enough to keep the audience engaged.
She said what she said.
I
They
didn't-
were hanging on every
Right,
word.
I
Bobby,
said, on the key
Senny,
points, I interjected. That's
Senny,
all that
Bobby
mattered.
was like this. Yo, this is Barbie. I'm like, what is this nickname doing? I was Barbie like this.
I had the worst headache. I felt a little nauseous. So it was horrible.
Exactly, because you went out and partied the night before, knowing that I wasn't gonna be here, but then y'all get on me.
Yeah,
That
Sean,
was
because
really
you be
bad.
wilding out.
It's all right.
You be wilding.
Damn.
I thought you would like the
We're
little
gonna do
interview.
some. We're gonna do some
I
front page
felt
news.
really good about that interview. I got all the information I wanted.
Front page news show. You sure did.
I did.
S to the E double N Y.
I'm a reporter. I'm a journalist.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Barbie, did you know that the garbage truck holds 12 tons?
I did
Gotta be
not.
kidding.
Yeah, and they only have to empty it twice a day.
Yeah, that's all we got out of that.
They
That's all
go
we got
around.
out of that.
Yeah, they go around all
That's all
around
we
Brooklyn.
got.
Well, what else you want, Sean?
That's all I want. And he said they work because I said that sounds like a short day because they just go from like 6 to 2. And he said no. He said no. They actually have a 12-hour
Let's go
day.
with the news.
And he said that there was another truck designated to pick up Christmas trees
Make them feel
Yeah,
because they
uncomfortable.
can't fit.
Make them feel uncomfortable.
Well, that's not what I'm here to do.
Exactly.
Well, Sean, we don't like doing
Go
that to
ahead.
people.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to get the
I
information.
know you did. Great job.
Yeah, Sean, that's not nice.
You're sitting there talking about me, mispronouncing anything. Go ahead.
But we love you though, Sean.
A shout out to this is going to be a
Barbie,
little
next
news and
time I'm
entertainment
out,
news.
please be prepared the next day.
I will, sir.
Don't party like that.
It was
Continue on.
unexpected.
Came
It's
up
all
here,
right,
man.
girls.
No, I
Don't
wasn't
worry
coming
about
in.
that.
It's all right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Still winning. Cardi B wins her federal libel lawsuit against that blogger Tasha K, and she is awarded $1.25 million.
Dang, she ain't
Yes.
worth that much.
Cardi B came out victorious and was awarded a $1.2 million judgment against blogger Tasha K, who bashed the rapper on end with lies on her hugely popular YouTube show. On Monday, Tasha was found liable on 3 separate claims and ordered to pay the rapper $1.25 million in general damages and $250,000 for medical expenses after spewing a barrage of lies. As you guys know, Cardi B went on stage talking about how she felt extremely suicidal and she didn't even want to be around her kids. She didn't feel worthy of all that stuff. So there you go, Cardi.
Congratulations
Right.
to Cardi B, man.
Some of them bloggers
Yes.
need to be put in their place because they get a little out of
She
hand.
needs to. She needs to drop that check today.
Well, she ain't doing that.
You lucky I'm not the judge in this.
She ain't worth
Because
that
if you
much.
didn't have that money today, you get the barking dogs.
What?
No, because this gotta stop.
I don't.
Yeah.
This gotta stop. You just can't say this information that's not true about this person. Inflammatory comments. saying she had herpes and all this craziness. Like, what are you doing, miss? You want somebody to say that about your beloved child or your kid or something? You want somebody to do that to you? Pay. How much was it?
Talking about
1.25.
I want that today. 1.25.
But the girl only worth 500.
I don't. Then take that and
She
then
ain't
let's get a
worth much.
payment plan. And let's get a payment plan.
And Cardi gonna follow up.
That's right. We want all your money.
She gonna be trolling you like how 50 Cent is trolling Tierra Marie.
Spend all. I want you to pay the $500,000, whatever you worth. If it's some in cash and some in credit or some in property, all that goes to Cardi B. Or every dime of it. Everything. And do it again.
Cardi B owns you, girl.
That's right. She's somewhere in one of use a dumb neighbor. Cardi B is in one of her 9 houses somewhere in the country or the Dominican Republic. Don't tell them where she's at. She's straight. She's gonna take all your money, young lady. And it's a fair warning to all the rest of you bloggers out there. Knock it off. You're gonna get sued.
And shout out to Cardi. You know, I told you guys she's paying for the Bronx family's funerals out there in the Bronx that died in the fire. So she's winning. She's getting all types of good press.
You know why?
Cardi
you know why?
B's
She's
winning.
super talented, but you know what's more important about Cardi B? She's from the X.
She loves the Bronx.
Nothing but legends are born in the X, including myself. Jesus Christ was born on 163rd and Innerville. If it wasn't for the Bronx, Harlem or Brooklyn.
Doing too much now.
If it wasn't for the Bronx, we'd have none of your rap music, your white T-shirts, or your Yankee fitted.
Here you go.
You wouldn't be wearing your Uptowns or your Air Force Ones, whatever you call it. All that started in the X. Put some respect on our name, bro.
You got proof of that?
I got proof of all of that.
Let me see.
If it was Section 8 started in the X. What's wrong with you people? The first 99-cent store started in the Bronx. You don't respect us. And all our legends are born in the Bronx. Senny, where was you born and raised?
Well, I was born in Manhattan, but I was raised in the Poconos. I lived in the Bronx for probably about
no legends
8
in the
years.
Poconos. No legends.
About 8 years.
Barbie, where was you born?
We moved to East
In Newark,
Stroudsburg.
New Jersey.
Yeah, you got a few legends, but not like the Bronx.
And now I live here in this little Borough town in Pennsylvania.
Well, you're making the best of it. Go ahead, Senny. What's next?
I am.
A cruise ship with 700 people on board.
Put your best foot forward. Go ahead.
That's what I'm doing.
A cruise ship with 700 people on board diverted to the Bahamas to avoid a U.S. arrest warrant. Like a dang pirate ship. A musician on board a luxury cruise liner diverted. A musician recalled his time on a cruise ship that diverted to the Bahamas to avoid a U.S. arrest warrant over unpaid fuel bills, says its crew and passengers. The Crystal Symphony was due to dock in Florida this past Saturday after a 2-week Caribbean cruise, but changed course after a U.S. judge granted an arrest warrant for the ship over a $1.2 million fuel bill. The 300 passengers on board were left scrambling to rebook onward travel arrangements, while the ship's 400 crew faced an uncertain future after owners Crystal Cruises was placed into liquidation. There was literally 8 seconds of silence, said somebody on board. Nobody could say anything. It was almost laughable. We literally just said, "Are you kidding me?" They said that the passengers remained calm throughout the ordeal as they worked to change their flight accommodations and car rental bookings. They're basically saying that Crystal Cruises' parent company, Genting Hong Kong, said this week it had exhausted all reasonable efforts to settle millions of dollars outstanding fuel bills and would be ceasing operations. A fuel supplier said that they were claiming that the company owed them $4.6 million. So basically the company just decided to liquidate, which is stupid. Why don't you just pay the fuel bill?
Right.
Y'all have the money.
It's called neighbor-ish. The thing is this. They knew that everybody knows that this cruise line, they don't like to pay their bills. So everybody knows that. The fuel guy know it, the food. I'm surprised they have food on the thing. You know, they done swiped out the credit card. You know, it's just they trying to stay afloat, literally. And I would have did the same thing. I would have told the people on the ship or whoever, the cruiser, yo, we're going to have to dock here in St. Augustine, wherever that is. St. Bart's, whatever. Y'all going to have to find your way back. Because we all, I would have been like this, listen, 2 things going to happen. We either going to dock here in Freedom Land or we're going to go to Florida and all get arrested. Which one y'all want?
But would they have arrested the crew and people? No, the ship would just be under siege. Like, I don't understand why they diverted. If I'm the
Because they
captain
all
of
going
a
to get
ship,
arrested.
but arrested for
The
what?
captain probably would have
What are you
gotten arrested
talking
because
about?
he's the captain that he knew.
Yeah,
Most
he
likely
did- I
he knew what
would've-
was going on. And I don't think the crew.
I would have
But
did.
everybody knows where the
Shouldn't
ship
have.
is now. So
I-
now what?
I
Y'all
would've-
all just gonna stay in the Bahamas?
Yeah,
Yep.
I would have did that.
Look,
say,
yeah.
say,
I'm going home.
listen. If I knew the police was coming to arrest me, and I had an opportunity to go someplace else for a moment, I will. And I'll tell you a story real quick. I was a bike messenger back in the day, right? In Barbi, the police would hide if you ran the light on a bike. They write you a ticket
You're on
for
a
that,
bike.
right? But they write you a ticket for that,
It's crazy.
right? So there
No,
was
it
a
should be because they cause accidents.
so I'm on 25th Street, right? Senny, the cop is on 21st Street. He pulling over bikes, and people are watching. I guess it's like lunchtime. It was something for them to do. Oh, the cops pulling over bikes. Let's watch. Here I come, right? I'm on 25th Street. I see him 4 blocks down because it's a hill. You can see. I say, oh, I see what this neighbor doing. I come down. I'm running the lights. He's on 21st Street, right? He think I'm going to pull over. I made that left turn on 22nd. And everybody cheered. Because I saw him. I wasn't going to pull up on him and get arrested. I went
Pull
the
up
other
on
way.
me.
And that's what this guy did on the ship. He said, yo, let me go down this block. He's going to get arrested. Something's going to happen. But
At
he
some
just
point,
panicked and was like, you know what? I'm not going to my Florida. They got a $1.2 million gas bill. How they going to pay that?
But
Get a
okay,
payment plan.
but why would
I mean,
the operator
gosh.
of the ship get arrested, but the people that own the company are just like, oh yeah, just liquidate it? Why aren't they getting
That's
arrested?
Right. Yeah,
They
and
probably will,
that's a
too.
great point, but I'm not taking that chance.
I mean, because in all actuality, the ship's captain, he's just following orders.
Yeah, well, he's going to get arrested. And he can't even drive a ship
crazy.
no more, sail a ship, whatever it's called. He's done. You know, just get
That's
another
sucks.
occupation. And, you know, you can't get back into the United States. Maybe he's from Europe or something. Say, listen, I'm just go back home. What else, Senny, before we go? Is that it?
Really quick, President Biden caught on a hot mic calling a reporter a stupid son of a bee over an inflation question. President Joe Biden, Fox News reporter Peter Ducey asked the reporter whether he thought inflation would be a political liability ahead of November's midterm elections. And Biden's reaction was caught on a hot mic. That's a great asset. More inflation, Biden said. What a stupid son of a bitch.
You can't be mad at President Biden. Who wants to be president of the United States? It's a horrible job. So being president of the United States, which is, I think, the worst job on earth. You're going to say things, hot mic or not. You're going. This is how this man really feels. He's 90 years old.
I mean, if he's stupid, he's stupid.
I mean, it's a terrible job to have, to be president of the United States. Even our beloved President Barack Obama, he aged 20 years in that stupid office.
But he looks good, though.
Yeah, he looks good now because he's not president no more.
He look good.
So
with
yes,
all
when
that
you
gray
say
hair,
you
yes.
stupid son of a bitch on a hot mic, I clearly understand
Well,
it.
clearly the man asked a stupid question.
And it's a
Hey.
very frustrating job to have.
Yeah, like it is. But he even said this isn't the first time he's had a hot mic moment.
Right. I think Joe should just come out and just curse everybody out. Donald Trump did it. They would call him stupid. There was no hot mic involved. Donald Trump was out there cursing everybody. And I think that maybe Joe should take a page. Just go out there and curse everybody out. Because it's a first of all, you're 92 years old, and there's nothing wrong with that. Keep working. I don't care you work. You could be president till you're 110. It's just a stressful job. Now they have a conflict in Europe, and now they want to send 8,500 American soldiers out there. And that's the one thing I don't like about all that military now. Why are you sending these minorities out there where they can't even get the right justice at home? 2 police officers got killed in New York City, 22, 28 years old.
Yeah.
In this society, but you want us to go out there and fight for this. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you in a conflict that we got nothing to do with it? Muhammad Ali said it the best. He said, I'm not fighting out there because I don't have no problems with these people, and I got my own struggles with these folks here. I'm not going. Don't send 8,500 young men out there. For what? Isn't it the time now we live in a day? Can't you fight with like the PlayStation? Or why you need regular people out there? 8,500 American
send some
troops.
drones over there,
do all
some
that.
robots.
Why are we doing this for a conflict that we got nothing to do with?
Stop sending y'all kids into the military, please.
All right.
My nephew said he wanted to go. I said you absolutely would not.
Yes, that's not your fight.
We ain't
That's
doing
not
that.
your fight. We got to fight over here. All my life. All my life. Y'all two haven't been to nothing compared to what I've been through.
Oh, wait. Did you
And
guys?
then you gonna sit there and tell me to
haven't.
fight for the country? Nah,
sure
we're
we
not
haven't,
doing that.
Shawn.
And then have my beloved family members at the tender age of 17 to 22 or 23 years old get shot and killed, and now we give them a statue?
I had an
I
uncle
can't see that, man.
who was in the military. He tell them like, y'all don't go in the military. It ain't for us.
I'm sorry. You got Barb, what you got?
No, City want to take.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
really quick. I wanted to give you guys the winning numbers for last night.
I
Did
didn't
you
even
play?
play.
So
You didn't
guess
play?
what? Before you do
No.
that, so Senny texts me, yo, you played the number?
Oh, you ain't text me though.
Yeah, because you're too busy. You're
I'm
too busy
sorry,
doing
girl.
I
other
could have
things.
sent my son Lodge. Go
So-
play these numbers.
so I
But
s-
no, tonight you
Okay.
guys
Wait,
can
Senny,
play.
let me finish. I
Okay.
said, so I go, you know what? I was actually outside going back to the crib, and she texted me that, and I said, you know what? Let me do that. So I went right around the corner, snatched me up 2 tickets. No, I snatched up 1 ticket. He gave me 2 receipts. He gave me a ticket and a receipt. I get home. I give it to my wife. I said, yo, this case we hit this, we good. She said, you only bought 1 ticket? Neighbor.
That's because most people usually get like at least 10.
Why?
Because it just increases your
Why?
chance.
No, it doesn't.
No.
No, it doesn't. Barbie
Yes,
Cologne.
it does.
Barbie Cologne. Barbie Cologne.
Shawn Harvey.
Barbie Cologne.
Shawn Harvey. What?
It's like 1 in whatever. Let's say 1 in 200 million. Just say 1 in 200
I
million.
know.
For one, right? So if I buy 10 more tickets,
But it's different numbers.
excuse me, how does that increase my odds?
Because you're playing different numbers. You
It's
don't-
still
you
the
don't play
same odds. Now I could see if I spend.
Yeah, but okay,
Barbie,
say you played
Barbie, if I
these
spent
numbers,
Barbie Cologne,
and the second set came out, you
Barbie.
should have bought 2 tickets.
Barbie
you know
Cologne,
what I'm
Barbie
saying?
Cologne. If
What?
I spent $10,000,
No, that's
hear me
crazy,
out,
yeah.
in tickets, my odds might increase 0.00000.9.
John.
You ain't got to buy 1 ticket, guys. Why are y'all sitting out there buying? How many tickets did you buy?
I bought 3.
You bugging.
I bought me and for my kids.
I normally take 10 hours and say, give me 5 quick picks for the Powerball. And that's $10 because it's 2 hours.
Did you do quick pick or what you did?
No, well, 1 I picked the numbers and the other 2 I did automated.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I'm
I
not
picked the
missing
power play, all of that.
So what happened?
And
who won?
actually nobody won. That may be because
I
you
got a
guys didn't
chance.
claim it yet. But the next drawing is next Monday, and it's good. This drawing was for 82 million last night. The winning numbers for the Powerball were 11, 29,
29,
30, 47,
47,
53,
53.
and the Powerball number was 16.
Yeah, I wouldn't have won if I picked
I know
numbers.
that I don't even have any of those numbers. Well, actually, I don't even know. I have my ticket at
But wait a
the
minute.
thing.
What if you hit like 5 of them?
I think you win something.
Like if you hit
If
2
you
of them,
get-
like what do you win?
If you get 2, you get that. If you get 3,
Yeah.
you get I think like three in the Powerball, you get like $4 or $5.
See, that's good. But what if you get all 5
If
of
you
them?
get all 5, you get like I want to say like $100,000 maybe. It
That's
could be,
great.
It could be. I could be wrong, so don't quote me. But you do get something. You know, but if you get a few numbers plus the Powerball, it gives you more money.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But the next one is tonight. That's for the Mega Millions. So
Right.
if you guys missed out last night, you can do it tonight. It is $396 million.
Oh, I need to go play.
All right, so
$396 million.
Mega Millions.
so then let me
y'all.
ask you this question. Are
I'm
you gonna-
playing that.
Okay, so
thing.
and how many tickets are you playing? Because we're different. See, that's what I'm saying.
I'll probably get like maybe
300?
I'll get like $20 in tickets.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll just
That's a
spend 20.
lot.
Is it?
Yes.
$20.
$20 is like
$20 in tickets.
No,
How
Bar-
many tickets will I give me?
regular.
20?
No,
you can get as
$0.
many tickets as you
It's $2.
want. But
$2.
this, but
Oh,
Barbie,
they're 2.
Barbie, again.
That's
Even
the
if you spend $20, right?
She like the tickets.
Barbie, we're gonna get out of here, guys. You got any sports? You good?
Hey, we ain't got to do sports.
Okay.
Hey,
Barbie,
we'll play football. That's what's interesting.
Barbie,
Uh-huh.
this is the point I'm making. If you spend $20,
Yeah.
or $1. It doesn't increase your odds.
Whatever, Sean.
Period. That's what I'm saying. You guys stop doing that. Just buy one ticket. This coming from me who never won the lottery.
Are you gonna play tonight?
Yeah, I'm
Did you
gonna
go
play
on for
tonight. I'm gonna play.
Okay,
Barbi, you gonna play tonight?
Of course, yeah. And I'm just gonna go like, let me get 5 quick picks for the Mega Millions. Here go my $10. Boom. Good luck, Barb.
Yes.
I normally just pay $10. I don't usually go no more than $10. If I do more than $10, I feel special that day.
Yes, the drawing will be at 11 p.m. tonight. So look out. It's going to be at 11 p.m. Somebody can be a multi-millionaire.
I just want y'all to know if
What
I
you
win.
gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm not going to do anything. Nobody's going to know. I'm going to be my regular old self until I get my check. Then when all my – listen here.
How fast are you relocating?
Expeditiously. Okay.
I'm going to Costa Rica.
It'd be a
ASAP.
weird, Barbie. You know, I wish, we all hit the lotto, but it would be a life-changing experience.
Definitely would.
Like you couldn't live the life you live no more. You have to go away and be gone.
You really can't.
You be gone. And
Once people know it's you.
you gotta go. It's like almost being in witness protection.
I wonder if Pennsylvania let you claim it anonymously.
Yeah, I think so. Cindy
No,
said
they
that.
don't.
If they do,
Then you good.
Or like a corporation can claim it for you. Like if you
Yeah, I don't
set up
think-
a trust or whatever, can your trust claim it?
Yeah.
we need to find out.
I
think we
would
looked it up
definitely do that.
before.
Barbie Cologne wouldn't claim it
Yeah.
because I don't want nobody to know I won. But I would definitely, if I can set up a trust and have my trust claim it, I would do it
in
that way.
Pennsylvania lottery winners cannot remain anonymous. Only certain claimant information can be released, though. This assures the public that lottery winners are real people and that the lottery operates with integrity and transparency.
All right. We see you guys tomorrow.
Barbara's like, damn, integrity.
All in my business. Bye, guys. Dick.
Basically, Pennsylvania saying they want people to find you.
Right, and they want people to come search for
know
me
that
and
it's real.
so I could be a daggone a target. Right.